what am I doing? Well. Alright, it's time now. Hello! And welcome everyone to the 13th or 14th? 14th! Drawing Night with Crimson. Well, what can I say? We're back again. And yeah, this time I won't be announcing the plans for today. I'll just be drawing, because whenever I do that, it turns out I can actually keep the schedule or the plans. So yeah, let's just get going. So yeah, I have a couple plans for the next week. Next Sunday's live stream will probably be cancelled. I'll announce more on the Patreon during the week. But I'm going to a Steam Engine parade. So yeah, that will be a cool thing. Gonna get some videos and spend some quality time relaxing. And hello Jay! Yep, for now we're doing more Midnight Call. Later we'll be doing something else, but that'll be for later. So, the plans I was speaking about. So until the day that I'll be leaving, which is I'm not sure yet what day, I'll be trying out the mangaka lifestyle, which will be pain and suffering for me, but it might have some benefit for my work. So essentially what I mean by that, Mark Brunett, an artist that I from time to time watch and take tutorials from and stuff like that, he's recently done a short comic manga in more or less a week. Like, it's what, 4 actual done pages and 18 pages in total planned. And he's went from 0 to that in what, 1 week? Following more or less the actual mangaka schedule. And well, I am a way worse artist than he is, but at the same time, I've been drawing manga for 2 years now, if not more. So let's just say I take a bit as a point of pride to say that I'm okay at drawing manga. Like, I'm not anything great, but I'm okay. And well, it's been a while since I did an actual grind to making pages. So I'm gonna try existing in the mangaka lifestyle of sleep, walk the dog out, work, eat, then work again, then take the dog out for a walk again, then do more work, then maybe eat something again, and then like an hour or two of relaxation at the evening, and then go to sleep. I'll be probably doing mostly Midnight Call, maybe a bit of my 3D modeling. We'll see, I just want to get as much done as possible. Because, well, I'm also in the early planning stages for going to a going to a convention as one of the people that will be displaying their things. So, and that requires, well, A, lot of planning, B, a lot of merchandise, C, money, which at the moment I don't have, but hopefully I'll get by that time. And, well, as said before, merchandise. And for that I need to actually make the merchandise. And, well, at the moment there isn't exactly much. So I need to make more. And to make more I need to be able to focus on it, and I can focus on it until I finish this chapter. So that's why I'm gonna be grinding. Also, I figured out how to hide the current viewer number so that it will stop distracting me. Just hide it from myself. So now the only indicator whether I'm talking to a wall, or actually in this case into the ether, or if I actually have someone watching, is your comments, so that's a reassuring thought. Yeah, I have a lot of plans, hopefully they'll come to fruition and won't just end on being plans. Oh yeah, I forgot to send a live stream link to one person. Where's my friend? Yeah, I am having a sore throat today. It's not exactly a sore throat, I just had some spicy food, and that causes me to sound like if I had, well, a sore throat. Just a bit of, like, it's kind of my affliction. What the heck do your ears do? They have one. Oh yeah, and there's one less happy news, but I lost my job recently, the firm that I was working at. Mostly because of budget cuts. So let's just say that all of those plans are kind of put on the back burner until I get a source of income once more. Well, that is unless I can somehow turn this drawing a comic thing or private commissions into my job. But, well, that wholly depends on you, my dear viewers. So if you'd like to support me and get some stuff in return, like faster comic pages, exclusive artwork, honestly, anything, I'm sure we can figure something out. Then, you know, you can hit up my Patreon. Like, I hope that Jay can say that they're a happy customer of that. Thank you. Well, it is what it is. Wish it didn't happen. My boss wasn't exactly too happy with having to let me go either, but... or let go of me. But... well, it had to happen. I was the newest worker at that company, and... well, it is what it is. Well, good to hear that. Last thing I want is for someone to pay me money and then not be satisfied with what I'm providing for that cash. that's something that exactly I wouldn't want to be doing, or rather I wouldn't want to be happening to me. Kind of the personal policy of don't do unto others what you wouldn't want done to yourself. Pretty decent one, I think. And hey, if you're not in a position or don't want to pick up a Patreon subscription, then you can always join for free. That always counts for something. Or you can just leave a like on this video / live stream, depending on when you watch it, and maybe leave a subscribe. That will always help with the algorithm. Statistically speaking, what I need most is, in essence, exposure. Like, the internet sphere in general is just a large lottery. You don't exactly need that much skill, you just need luck. But yeah, enough with the self-promotion, let's go over to a different subject of self-promotion. Have you guys seen the recent, like I said last live stream, I was going to finish that dinosaur monster thingy and upload it onto YouTube as a speed paint. So that thing dropped. And well, would you want to see more of those kinds of videos, or you know, maybe with different music or anything, honestly? I'm just looking into ways of branching out the channel, doing more stuff than just live streams with drawing. And well, I don't want to randomly start doing stuff you guys wouldn't want to watch. Because if you actually tune into my live streams semi-regularly, then you are my viewers, so you know, I don't want to suddenly alienate you by doing something you don't want to watch. But that's a very fast way to losing subscribers, which I don't have that many of to begin with. And here I go again, giving tips for things that I'm not exactly, well, not exactly qualified for. But it is something that I've heard multiple times in many different videos, so there must be some grain of truth to it. I was thinking about doing some simple lore videos for the setting of Midnight Call, Crimson Black. But the problem with lore videos is that they may seem easy to do, but if you're talking about your own setting, like for example in my case Crimson Fang, then it's not that easy. Because, like, let's say you wanted to do a lore video on, I don't know, Warhammer, right? To those who don't know what Warhammer is, it's a massive, grimdark science fantasy setting that has been going for upwards of 30 years, if not more, run by Games Workshop. So, the thing with, for example, doing a lore video for Warhammer is that what you have to do when making a lore video is you pick a subject, you write a script, and then you have to think of a style of video for it. And it can be either full 3D animations, like for example Janovich does, or it can be just still images slash pages, like for example, oh god, I won't recall the name, I've forgotten it, but there was this guy that did that, this style. And you have just like a slideshow going alongside it, like the Textox Battletech, for example. That's not Warhammer 40k, but that's still like more or less the style. Now, the problem with me doing lore videos is, first thing, I don't think my voice is too good for being a narrator. I don't know, you be the judge of that. You're here sitting and watching and listening to me. So maybe I would be actually a decent voice for a narrator, but if that's not the case, then well, that video probably wouldn't do well by the sheer virtue of, you know, just me not being a nice voice to listen to. And secondly, is that you have a ton of art assets. Like, there are so many art pieces from Warhammer that any subject you pick, you can probably find something to use. And in my case, because I am doing my own setting, my own universe, I also have to make the art. And that complicates things, because most of the art I do is character art, like concept art for things and shit like that, and or the manga. Like 50% of my drawing experience is doing my manga. Like, just let that sink in. I don't have that many art pieces, like only around 100, if not more. Outside of the manga, that is what I mean. Like, the manga itself is like around 100 pages, and that's alright. Actually, it's possible I have spent more time of my life drawing my manga than I have spent my time drawing overall. Anyways, the point is that I have to do extra art assets for the well, any potential video I want to make. Let's say, for example, wanted to do like a lore video on the Tusorat, which is the government of the USOT, which is the nation that it's called, like, this is just an acronym. The full name is United Stars of the Tusor. In this timeline, it's called the United Star of the Tusor. And the Tusor is like the monarch. And you know, the thing is that if I wanted to do a lore video about that, I would probably have to, for example, talk about the capital of USOT, which is like this massive space station called the Citadel. And well, I need art assets for that. I need to have some sort of image to represent what Citadel looks like. And I just not that good at doing backgrounds or environmental art pieces overall. So if I wanted it to be to a satisfactory standard, I would either need to spend a lot of time learning how to do backgrounds, which would pay off in the end, but it's not something that I exactly have a lot of time for because of all of the other projects that we have already discussed. Okay, maybe I could sell them as posters, but that would mean I need to draw them to a very high standard. I mean, I probably have to anyways draw them to a very high standard. Well, anyways, that's just one thing, right? That's like an image for something that would be talked about on screen for, let's say, 15 to 30 seconds, maybe? Right, I can reuse art assets, but like, let's say on average I need at least 10 to 15 unique art pieces per video, with not exactly many options for reusing old assets, at least when it comes to the very basic concepts, because they're fairly different. That's a lot. Especially for a video which might get like, what, 10 views? Maybe 15? Maybe a tad more, but still not breaking 100. And that's a lot of commitment. Which... I'm not sure if I'm desperate enough. Desperate is the wrong word. I'm not sure if I'm ready for doing the, like, so many pages for so little guaranteed payoff. Like, working on my manga is at least guaranteed payoff in this way that I'm progressing towards the, like, my main goal of releasing more chapters on Global Comics and telling more of the story. And if there are more chapters in Global Comics, there's a larger chance that someone will... I mean... more people will keep reading and coming back because there's more to read, right? So that's one thing. When it comes to risk-reward, I could also, for example, sit down and redo the first chapter of the manga, but I don't think this is a good point to do it, because there isn't enough material to, like, overall from the manga to justify redoing the first chapter. Like, I could probably justify redoing the first chapter in my own head once I have the entire prologue done. Because then I don't want to scare off potential readers with the first chapter. Like, while I'm on the subject of the chapters from my manga, like, I'm a bit stuck when it comes to writing at the moment, because there's no need, there's no urgency for me to actually complete the scripts because of, well, how slowly I work, that's one thing, but also, the matter of fact is, I have probably around, if my work speed increases, 2 to 3 more years of script already written for Midnight Call. And yeah, I don't need more at the moment. But I have been every now and then coming back to the story to just give it a read, if need be, correct something, and do stuff like that overall. And like, I swear I want to get to the later chapters, but I know damn well that if I got to them now, I wouldn't be able to do them justice. Like, there are some very cool, like, fight scenes, for example, which I have at the moment 0 experience in. And, well, okay, not 0, because I did draw a few fight scenes, but, like, it's, you know, it's very little experience comparatively to what I would need to be able to do them to the standard that I want to. And, well, in this, like, in what, 1 or 2 chapters from now, we'll be having fight scenes here as well. Not as complicated as those later ones, but still fairly fast and snappy fight scenes. And, well, that will be, you know, a thing that I also want to work on and get those, you know, skills from. So that's where... that's why I have to go, you know, I can't just skip. I mean, skipping wouldn't even make any sense, because I'll still have to make those earlier pages if I want to, you know, release it. Because otherwise, like, I can't just go and, for example, release chapter 20 while being on chapter 4. Because it wouldn't make sense. Like, how are you supposed to read that? Oh, my... what is it called? My center of the pen is... calibration is off. Not cool. But yeah, that was my 30-minute long rant about everything and nothing in particular. How's your day doing? How has been your day going? Nice. Chill days are important. No, don't be like me and don't keep stressing all day about things that are probably out of your control. Hello, Felix. Not sure what this command means. Watching okay, I guess? Not sure, I'm not fluent in wingdings or emoji speak. But I do hope your day is doing okay as well. I'll tell you, Jay, that from my experience, worst thing you can do in any sort of situation is stress out. Because it leads to making mistakes. So as long as you don't stress too much over things, just keep going with the flow, then yeah, things will be fine. Things will work out. Luckily my dog has went to sleep somewhere, so I think I have, give or take, an hour of peace. Like the moment when the stream was starting, you'll be probably able to hear it in the vid, or if you go back to the start of the stream. Then he was just absolutely destroying like a box of chicken. Like there wasn't any chicken in it left, but he still wanted to just destroy the box. So yeah, he was absolutely making a ruckus. Which I could see that the microphone was picking up. So yeah, talking about stress, that was stressful. My eyes are really dry tonight. Oh yeah, there will also be the project for the animated intro slash prologue slash teaser for Midnight Call, which that will be a thing. Not sure what the work split on that will be between me and Krampus yet, so that'll probably determine what I'll be working on. But maybe an animated trailer is just what I need for this to get more popular. we have like a more or less plan for it, but well, it's in the very early stages. We have the music track for its background, which is the Midnight Call theme by Stringstorm we played last week. I mean, it will show up in this live stream soon, hopefully. I am looking forward to hearing it again. I still haven't done the Space Marine art piece for a person I made. I mean, I didn't make anything for them yet, but for a person that got me some 3D models for my tabletop figurines. So yeah, I should probably get on that at some point. I have a sketch for it. It's like a cobbled Space Marine. Pretty cool. I really like how that sketch came out, but I just didn't have the time or the will to work on it. And I don't exactly want to work on live stream on it because I know maybe they don't want their character to be, you know, public. It's not any sort of payment that I said that I will do, it's just something that I wanted to do as a thank you, but oh well, life's been what it's been. I'll be doing way more than what I am doing. Alright, that's another panel done. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing. How could I forget the terror lines? I wonder what's the first example of someone doing terror lines like this. I see them all over in manga, but it might not have come from there. Now Eve. Hello. Hello, funny Hydra big man. That's a long nickname. And as for what's up, I'm just live streaming Midnight Call, me drawing the manga. Talking about some things from time to time, things like that. Oh yeah, the thumb. I have almost forgotten about the thumb. Yeah, fingers. I hate fingers. I should just start drawing characters without fingers. That should solve all of my problems. Jeez. Yeah, as fingers go, these are probably one of my worst ones. Yep. Like, worst two moments of drawing for me are starting, like just starting to go from like a very rough sketch to a more appropriate drawing. Jesus, this is so loud. Void Recon is a loud album. Yeah, no, drawing hands is a very tough thing to do, and it requires a lot of practice and skill, and even if you have that practice and skill, you still just might fail, because your brain is very trained to recognize hands for whatever reason. This looks so bad. Yep. And they also have very stylized hands. They're very massive. Well, my hands are massive and non-stylized, so I have the worst of both worlds. But that's just style I've chosen for myself, so I'll just have to suffer with it. Yep, practice does make perfect, just takes a lot of practice. One day it will be fine. That one day is not today. Today we're in the nightmare hell zone of doing hands. Luckily this is the only hand that I have left to draw on this page. God, this is horrible. Whatever. To look better later once this is visible that it is part of Calvin's clothing. Oh yeah, funny Hydroman, you at any way, shape or form familiar with what I'm drawing here? By that I mean Midnight Call the manga. I'm asking because I don't exactly recognize your name from one of my regular stream watchers or viewers. And I'll take your time answering that. I'm gonna quickly go and grab myself some magnesium or something like that to maybe stop myself from falling asleep. At least for the next hour. I have returned with a 51% of the daily dosage of magnesium. Is that what it said on the packet? Well, so this is a complicated statement to unpack. So, while it is part of the furry fandom by virtue of there being anthropomorphic animal characters, they're not exactly I mean, they are anthropomorphic animals in a sense that you have fox/wolf people/dog people/whatever the heck this is. But the thing is, these are not actually animal people, they're like weird genetic hybrids. Anyways, this is a tabletop role-playing game system setting, which is also of my creation. And the Bestians, which is the species that I'm drawing, at least one of the characters, they're only one of the species. So it is furry by the sense of the main characters of this specific manga being anthropomorphic animals. But the story is written in such a way that it wouldn't exactly work without them being that way. Like, if they weren't Beastians. So, in this sense, I think it's more of a general audience manga. Like, the main crux of the story is not the fact that the characters are furry. So, yeah. You know, if that's a turn-off for you, I completely understand. Like, it's not everyone's cup of tea. But the story is more complex than that. And as for the manga and comics bit, yeah, coming up with comics in general is not something easy. Like, I'll know, I am the writer and creator of this one, and also a assistant writer / editor for Krampus's fan comic of Zootopia, which is on a very long hiatus, and our shared comic, which is the Canis Furor, which is a fantasy one. Yep. No, yeah, no, that I can recognize that you're from Kaida's server. Well, while not exactly 40k style, the lore of this setting is also fairly dark, just not overly grimdark. So, yeah, if you would be interested in giving it a read, then there are, I believe, links in the description of this livestream where you can come check out the manga on Global Comics. Or you can just check out my Patreon. You can check it out for free. You know, see if you like it, see if you don't. It's completely free, and the entirety of the first chapter will be also available for free. Not first chapter, first story arc. So, this is chapter 5, and there will be like 9 chapters in the first story arc, the shortest one, but also the most important one. Well, you're the funny Hydra meme man, so you probably don't have the worst memes. Like, by funny Hydra meme man, the most I can describe is, well, which mood are you in today, Alpharius or Omegan? That's a 40k meme for you, 40k fans in the audience. Hello, Pyramido. We're hopefully in the process of finishing up with the Midnight Call page. Well, that does sound like a mood. Oh yeah, and funny Hydra meme man, there are humans in the setting, I will just say, ahead of any questions. I just don't draw them too often because I'm not too good at drawing humans, but that will have to change soon enough. Not in this chapter yet, but next or the chapter after that there will be quite a lot of humans I'll have to draw. So yeah. Funny enough, outside of this comic, I have way more human art for Crimson Punk than I have of Beastians or any other species like the Mezurashi or the Zori. But because Midnight Call is about Calvin and Eve, then, you know. Alright, Eve, give me those goddamn bedroom eyes. Let's get Calvin ultra uncomfortable. With those thick eyelashes of yours. There was this one copy pasta about the most fluffy way of playing Alpha Legion, where you deploy Alpharius on the battlefield using the Horus Heresy model, but at the same time play some funny shenanigans with who is the actual warlord, who is actually Alpharius, and which model is Alpharius, and in the end you reveal that Alpharius all along was the enemy lord actually. So that's a fun take. I need to check what the 30k like faction thing for Alpha Legion is. Like, I can't imagine it being too fluffy because that would just lead to so much confusion. You consider the power of the 3D printer. Like, for example, where I live, there are game stores that that offer you 3D printing services, where you just bring an STL to them and they can 3D print it for you. So maybe you have something like that in your area. the best bit of the the Void Reckon, no, Void Reckon album. It is Void Reckon? What was the name of that album? It's either the track called Void Reckon or the album. Yep, Void Reckon is the album. Yeah, cool. That's some funny shenanigans, taking rules from other legions. Can they take the Emperor's Children Charnable Blades and their funny little dueling things? That's hilarious, if that's actually the case. Like, not gonna lie, Alpha Legion is one of the factions, like, what is a faction that I would probably actually get to play if they were in normal 40k. Because, like, the other Legion, Heretic Astartes, I'm not that interested in. I mean, yeah, I mean, just, you know, have a full faction of them. Or do they already have a full faction like the, well, the Emperor's Children just got? Or are they just like a detachment within the Chaos Space Marines? That looks better. Oh, finally! We got the Midnight Call track. Nope. Nope. Yeah, probably could. But at the same time, if you order 30k minis, then you always run the risk of you having just stuff thrown into Legends, which is not fun. Not fun at all. Hello. Hello, Kaido. Thank you. Nope, this is just wrong. This is just wrong. Wrong angle, wrong everything. That's marginally better. This scene is such a hustle. Part of the first gauntlet of this... No, not first gauntlet. I have already described that I consider the entirety of this chapter a gauntlet. So... yeah. But it is fairly difficult. This page is definitely a difficulty spike compared to the previous one. I'd grind more KCD too. Finish that game, and best story I have experienced in a while. Of course, besides my own manga, Hon Hon. But you know, that's not a game, so that's not the same league. Having absolutely shite work hours is something fairly common. Used to have not the best work hours in my own job. I mean, to be fair, doing live streams this late is also not the most pleasant experience. Especially as of recent, like, I'm not sure, my sleep schedule just kinda shifted. Yep. My work schedule was 10 AM to 8 PM. Well, it's not anymore since I lost that job. I guess that's a plus. Not really. Hey, as my friend always says, it could be worse, it could be raining. But actually, I wouldn't mind a bit of rain right now. Will go a long way to help the plants. Yeah, that sounds kind of fun. Lower lip is too far forward. I think that's what's bugging me right now. Almost done with this page. Had an ambitious plan earlier today to actually have this page done by the time of the live stream and work on page 7 tonight, page 8. But, well, that didn't work out. The Void Dragon is a very cool model. I should probably finish painting my demonic Commander Farsight tomorrow. Alright, only the outlines left. Wait, time zone change. That might be explaining why I'm so tired as of recent every time I'm doing a live stream, and why I can barely keep going until like 30 minutes until 10 PM. Because according to the previous stream schedule, we actually start on 9 PM. And end on 11. And that makes me way more tired. So I might have to move the live streams an hour earlier, just so that I can actually run them for 2 hours, because I'll be honest, I'm tired. Like, I've already decreased the amount of commentary that I provide. Alright. These are some large ears even for Eve, but yeah, whatever. Okay, I can correct this one, I guess. Oh yeah, I forgot about the symbol on his shoulder. Right, that's that page done. Whew. Let's set up the next page, and then after that we'll end the live stream. Then I'll post it later tomorrow, like the page 7, to Patreon. Alright, let's see. Yeah. What do we have on page 8? This wonderful, wonderful page. I am not actually sure if it's wonderful. Depends on what's on it. The drama begins. I think that's the theme of this page. We should find some place to sleep. There should be a motel or hotel. Motel or hotel around here. Eve prefer a motel or a hotel? To those still watching, what do you think? Would Eve prefer a motel or a hotel to deal with unfinished gratitude-related business? Let's call it that way. Alright, let's get those speech bubbles done. Alright. I think that'll be all for tonight. I had a slightly different plan originally, so that we could draw something else together, but oh well. It took me more time than I thought to finish page 7. I hope you had a pleasant stream, and we almost did the full 2 hours. Good enough for me. I'll be signing off. I wish you a good night, and I'll see you next week.